So hello everybody. I'm the director of Marine Biology Master's Program at University of Algarve. This is a site where you can go to find all the information that you need about this master program. So the link is marinebiology.pt. So you can go and search also on Google, which is available on Google. And if you can click here on home, you find here a summary of the main objectives of the program. And you can see that we provide different skills, especially in analysis and understanding of marine biodiversity. We also work on from genes, so molecular biology, to ecosystems, to part of ecology, and also how they function, and how that derives from the diversity that you find on different ecosystems. We also work in a strong component where we have practicals, because we have strong research teams on marine biology working in different centers. One of them is Center for Marine Sciences, which is CCMAR. Another one is also CIMA. And another one is one very recent about marine biotechnology, more precisely to marine microalgae used for different purposes, such as to try find new innovative ways of producing food and feed, for instance, to replace the use of fish in the feed for the other fish, which is completely non-sustainable or unsustainable in the near future, if not now. Here in this main page, you can see the study plan. So, but you can also go here, click here in the study plan, which is the quick look of the study plan. So the master's program corresponds to 2 years, divided each one divided into semesters. So the first semester is 30 credits, and all the other each semester is also composed of different curricular units, which make a total of 120 credits. So 60 credits per year, 30 credits per semester. So in total, you have 4 semesters in 2 years. Corresponding to the first semester, you have some mandatory curricular units, like fisheries biology and ecology, with 6 credits, marine population biology with 6 credits as well, and aquatic ecosystem dynamics, which is also 6 credits. And we have also a mandatory course on molecular biology, so techniques in molecular and cell biology, because more and more in marine biology, you need some molecular tools in order to understand how the biology of a certain marine organism works, and how that extends then to the ecosystem where this organism lives. And then you have so these are the mandatory curricular units. Then you have some statistical electives. Electives are optional curricular units that you can choose. We have next year, a beginner's module, which is composed of statistical methods 1 and methods 2. So each one has 3 credits, so a total of 6 credits. But you have also another possibility for the students that have very good mathematical skills and statistical skills. so they have a field that are more advanced than their colleagues, then they should choose the advanced module, which comprises statistical methods 2 and experimental planning. Statistical methods 2 is basically is based on R, and then experimental planning is the application of what you learned before. So I do not recommend this advanced module for people who feel a bit challenged with in terms of maths. But if you feel that you are up to it, then you can, of course, choose the advanced module. This is for the first year. The second year, sorry, the first year, first semester. Then you have the first year, second semester. You have also some mandatory units like ecophysiology of marine plants, 6 credits as well, marine biogeography and evolution, so it's also 6 credits, and advanced methods in biological oceanography. So here, for instance, you work with marine plants, this from seagrasses to plants with that live near the shore. And also many times, for instance, students go to the Vincentine coast in order to work on these plants because there are some researchers that work there. Marine biogeography, for instance, is more in terms of phylogeny and also how you can relate to the distribution of certain organisms and how they evolved, for instance, how they evolved on islands. And you have other methods that, for instance, include working with phytoplankton or other marine microorganisms in order to understand how the ecosystems work at that level. Then you have a more a geology like curricular unit, which is biogeochemical process and global changes. And all of these 4 are mandatory curricular units. But what normally the students like best are the elective units of the second semester, because you can choose many types of elective units that the students normally like very much. And I'm going to give you some example of elective units they can choose from. Each of them can be either one of 6 credits, so a total of 6 credits like here. So here you have also a total of 6 credits in terms of elective units for statistics, because these statistics electives are you can choose several of them, but they are mandatory in terms of the final credits. So at least we have to have 6 credits in terms of statistics. Here it's a bit different. So you can choose one elective unit of 6 credits or 2 or 3. There was the possibility of choosing 3 elective units of 2 credits, but normally I don't. I discourage that because normally it takes more work, and the students normally have some difficulty in finding the right elective units for 2 credits. So this year I only recommend 1 of 6 credits or 2 or 3 credits. So you can choose one or the other possibility. Okay, so that's for the first year, second semester. And then the second year, first semester is normally the second year is what students prefer this master's program, because if you want, you can do the whole second year outside of the University of Algarve. Why? Because you have for the first semester experimental project in marine biology is 12 credits. And I'm going to talk about a little bit, but it's basically a project that you have to do, and you can do anywhere in the world. So we have people that have done it in Polynesia, others that have gone to, for instance, Barbados or Belize, or were supposed to go to Belize, but they didn't because of the pandemic. But others have gone to the Bermudas, others to French Polynesia, others to South Africa. So you can do anywhere in the world, as long as you have a supervisor there and you have a supervisor also here. And that also includes the thesis project. This is 12 credits. So in total, you have already 24 credits that are more or less are mandatory. So the thesis project is basically the preparation for the master thesis. I'm going to give you a better explanation for this a bit later. And then okay, there's something wrong here because this is not correct. So, but and then after that, so these ones are incorrect. So disregard this. I have to remove this information. This is not correct. But what is important then, you have the elective units that you must choose one from again from 6 credits or 3 credits in the second year, first semester. So this is correct, 12 credits, and the thesis project also 12 credits is correct, and this one also is correct. Okay, so in total you have 30 credits for the second year, first semester. Okay, and for the final second semester, second semester, you have the thesis that 30 credits. So the last semester is only for the thesis. And why you can go to another place? Because this is a project, so you can do it anywhere in the world. And there are some elective and also thesis project. You can also write the thesis project anywhere in the world. You can do it together with the thesis. And then you can choose some elective units. Also, it can be only experimental units where you can also do anything, something in anywhere in the world. So you can do the whole second year in the places of your choosing. Okay. Okay, to understand better each curricular unit, the only thing you need to do is to click here, for instance. And you have here the corresponding syllabus. You have the Portuguese version first, but afterwards you have the English version. So the English version is always after the Portuguese version, where you can go and see what are the teaching staff, what are the contents, and also what is going to be taught, and how the methodologies that are going to be used for teaching, and also evaluation. There's also some parts of the bibliography, and that you can look at what are the contents for each curricular unit. No, I don't. Can you click it back? Thanks. Okay. So you can go. I don't have time to look at in detail or to this curricular units. What I want to now focus on is here for you to understand a little better. For instance, the experimental project marine biology, which is a curricular unit that's mandatory for the second year, and as you can see, is a project you need to develop. You can you have a lot of flexibility. You can choose for 3-credit projects, so small projects. The only thing you need to learn is the technique, and for instance, go to field work and do a transect, and then you have to then write a report about what you learn. But if you are if you prefer something more deep, you have also the possibility of choosing a project of 6 credits, which then requires more time, because 3 credits normally corresponds to 1 week full work, and 6 credits corresponds more or less to 2 weeks of full work in the field, or in the lab. So you can choose if you want to work on the lab or in the field. And But if you want really to have the full project with also that you have to describe results, then you can have one project of 12 credits. So 4 weeks of work in the lab or in the field, or a combination of both. And in the end, you need to also write a report about what you have done. And you can also do this anywhere in the world. And that evaluation is going to be how you worked. So 70% of final grade is going to be the written report, and then the rest is going to be the evaluation of your supervisors in the field or in the lab, depending on what project you choose. So you can choose any subject that you want, as long as you can find, or we can find a supervisor for it. But many times you only need to talk to me or a member of the coordinating team and see what kind of projects are available, okay? You need to register. You have some guidelines if you want to click here the guidelines, how this works. Here is the report outline, what we have how to have to write, and this to some past grades. We stopped doing this because of the new laws corresponding to privacy, so we cannot do that anymore. But used to be here a good way to see what kind of projects were chosen before for your colleagues, by your colleagues. Okay, so, but what is the strongest part of and the thesis project, what it is? The thesis project is one way that we try to force the students before they start doing their thesis, that you need to read and write about what you're going to do. So this is a good way for you to start to learn how to write projects, because if you're going to you're going to be a marine biologist and you want to do research, one of the things that you have to learn is how to write a research project in order to get funding, in order to work. And this is a good way for you to before you start working on the thesis, that we force you to learn all the techniques that you're going to use, or why it is important the thesis that you're going to do, and to justify the choosing of that particular subject. So one of the things that you need to do is to write after a report about what you're going to do, the methods you're going to use, make state-of-the-art write-up, and then you need to, at the end of the semester, which is normally in January, probably this year, next year, going to be around February, that you need to defend it in front of a jury, because that's also normally what you have to do for your thesis. So it's a good way to prepare for your thesis. And this counts also for 12 credits, and ensures that the project that you're going to propose is the correct one, is the right one, and that you can defend it before you embark it and lose the whole next semester doing that research, okay? And use also here the proposal layout, and it's different from a typical article. You have a state of the art, but you need also to put the objectives, the work, and you need also to write the tasks you're going to perform, and also you have to prepare a Gantt chart, so to write the timeline and the schedule for the proposed tasks, for us to see if the proposed project is really feasible, okay? Okay, but the best part normally is the elective units. So as you can see here, you can choose elective units in the first year, second semester, or elective units in the second year of the first semester, okay? So what kind of units, elective units you can choose? You can choose the internship of 6 credits, was around 3 weeks of work. And also it's very similar to a TBM, but you can do work in a company, or working also outside of the University of Algarve, or with the researchers at the University of Algarve. You also do practical work and you have to write also a report about it, and the evaluation is going to be your report and how you work on your internship. And this is how you need to write a report and the structure of it, and so that you know how to do it. Can you go back, please? Okay, but the ones that are more in demand are the diving electives, as you can see here. There are different diving electives where you can choose from learning how to dive, from something more advanced that you need some, for instance, a PADI level to do, or at least to know how to dive. So we have to at least have the scuba diver level 1 to do this, and to learn advanced scuba skills in order to do some scientific diving. And then you have the third one that is you need to have this level in order to do the scientific diving for marine ecology. So these are available in both semesters. So you can do it either on the second semester first year or in the first semester of the second year. So you can choose. And here is going to be evaluation. So you need to go to a swimming pool in order to learn how to do all gain the first skills, and then afterwards you go really to a real dive with the instructors. Okay, these are a film where you can check what people do with scientific diving, and these are the actual instructors that are going to instruct you how to dive. Okay, go back, please. Okay, another one that is very well sought is the ecology and behavior of marine mammals, because many people probably don't know, but the Algarve is known to have several marine mammals, from whales to dolphins. And we just hired someone, Professor Catarina Vinagre, in order to develop this area in the university. You see the objectives and the learning outcomes, and the evaluation also includes going to make exam, but also you go to the sea to watch and learn how to, for instance, look for marine mammals at on the Algarve coast, for instance. This is extremely requested by students. Okay, and still have some time. And there are others. For instance, now we have just a brand new one. That's Coral Reef Ecology, where you can go to Curacao to do this course with also with divers. Here are just films of last year or other years activities of the courses. So you can study the corals. You're going to learn how to identify corals in situ. And you have several days. You need to write a mini research project. You're going to do a project presentation. You're going to be evaluated by it. You're going to have, for instance, exam how to make sure that you can identify the corals that you were taught on. And of course, this has some costs, because you need to go to the Curacao, but everything is included, including the driving, the ticket plane, also the stay there. So I think it's a good investment for the future if you want to really work on with diving and coral reefs. Okay, I can go on, because I already passed off half hour. I can go on? Okay. Okay, the other ones are also very recent ones. Another one that is highly requested is the field and lab methods, where you learn some methods for the lab and for the field. And you have other ones. So these are the ones that the masters offer. But if you want to learn which elective units you can choose from for other other master programs, you can go here. I have to actually update this because scientific writing B and A is going to be available next year. This is not yet updated. And there are other curricular units which are going to be added very soon. The site is not yet fully updated, but will be at the end of this month, hopefully. So then you can understand all the elective units that will be available to you, that you can choose from, and also learn in situ, in loco, with the very good researchers we have on marine biology, and to learn in a fun way. Okay, thank you very much.